Tommy was a curious 8-year-old who lived in a small town surrounded by a vast, mysterious forest. The townsfolk always warned children never to wander too deep into the woods, as strange stories surrounded it. But Tommy, with his love for adventure and big imagination, couldn't resist exploring the unknown. One sunny morning, armed with a small backpack filled with sandwiches and a flashlight, Tommy set off into the woods. At first, the forest was just as he had expected: tall trees, chirping birds, and rustling leaves. But as he ventured deeper, he noticed something odd. The trees seemed unusually close together, their trunks twisting like they were whispering secrets to one another. As Tommy sat down under a giant oak tree to eat his sandwich, he heard a deep, rumbling voice. "Hello there, young one." Tommy froze, looking around. No one was there. "Up here," the voice added. Tommy tilted his head back and nearly dropped his sandwich. The oak tree's bark had shifted, forming a friendly face. Did you just talk?" Tommy stammered. "Of course," the oak replied with a chuckle. "All trees can talk. Most people just don't listen." Tommy's eyes widened in amazement. "Why can I hear you?" "Ah," said the oak, "you have a curious heart and an open mind. Those are the keys to hearing the voices of the forest." Over the next hour, Tommy learned that the trees were ancient guardians of the land. They had witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the laughter of children playing, and the gentle dances of the seasons. But lately, they had been worried. "The forest is shrinking," the oak explained solemnly. "The humans keep cutting us down. Soon, there will be no one left to guard the balance." Tommy felt a pang of guilt, though he'd never cut a tree himself. "What can I do to help?" he asked earnestly. The oak's face softened. "Spread the word. Tell others that we trees are alive, and that we protect the air, the soil, and the creatures of the earth. Plant new trees whenever you can. You humans have the power to make a difference." Tommy nodded, his small heart swelling with determination. "I promise I'll do everything I can." The oak smiled. "Thank you, Tommy. Now, it's time for you to head back. The forest grows dark quickly." As Tommy made his way home, he couldn't stop thinking about his newfound friends. From that day on, Tommy became the town's youngest environmentalist. He organized tree planting days, convinced neighbors to stop cutting down trees unnecessarily, and shared stories of the talking trees with anyone who would listen. Years later, Tommy, now an environmental scientist, returned to the forest with his own children. The oak tree was still there, larger and stronger than ever. As Tommy sat beneath it, he heard a familiar voice, "Welcome back, old friend." Tommy smiled, knowing the forest's guardians were still watching over the world.